It's time for Michigan Fun on My Michigan TV, a weekly look at the top events in Michigan as presented by the state's leading authority on events, the Michigan Festival and Events Association. A full listing of events is available on MichiganFun.com. Michigan Fun is a production of My Michigan TV powered by Michigan Digital. Now, here's your host, President of the Michigan Festival and Events Association, Mike Sukin.
Welcome to Michigan Fun, the show where we talk about all the top events across the entire state of Michigan. And in today's show, we're going to talk about fall. Fall is here in full force, and there are some absolutely amazing events ahead of us. Today's show, we're going to find out what's happening in Flint, Michigan at the VIP Marketplace. Then we're going to go to Detroit to find out what the Brewers Guild is doing for the Detroit Fall Beer Festival. But first, we're going to go up to Mackinac Island and hear what they've got planned for the Halloween weekend. Welcome to the show, Stephanie Castellini at the Mackinac Island Tourism Bureau. Hey, Steph, how you doing today?
Hey, Mike, you know what? The sun is shining. The horses are going through. People are out biking. I'm doing very well. Thank you.
It is nice to have some weather that, for a while there, I thought we were going to have to, actually, let me back up. For a while there, I thought we were looking for Noah to build an ark.
Yeah. It was, our colors changed so quickly. We had that cold spell, then we had rain, and all of a sudden it got so nice again. I suppose it is Michigan, northern Michigan. So what else can we expect? But it's definitely fall here and feeling it, and looking forward to Halloween weekend coming up on Mackinac Island.
Halloween on Mackinac Island. Of course, everything on Mackinac Island is special, but Halloween sounds like, with the fall in the air, a little bit of chill in the evening. So tell us, what can people expect when they come up to the island for this event?
Yeah, so Halloween weekend on Mackinac Island is a little bit different. The weekend varies, and this year it is October 27th through the 29th. We have a variety of activities happening all throughout the island. We have a haunted trail and maze at Grand Hotel. There is trick-or-treating for kids downtown on Saturday. All the businesses participate and dress up. And then in the evenings, both nights, both Friday and Saturday, there are costume parties and live music for adults. There's just music and fun, and it's a great time on the island. There's also a foot race, a half marathon, and 5.7 run and walk. So just a wide variety of activities on top of our everyday attractions.
So for those people for those youngsters that are going to be going trick-or-treating, where is that going to happen at?
Yeah, so trick-or-treating happens Saturday the 28th, and that is downtown Mackinac Island. If folks have never been, you leave your car on the mainland, right? And then you come over by ferry, and when you get off the ferry, you're essentially right on Main Street, our downtown Main Street, and all the businesses lining down street, about 3 blocks long, so very walkable. They all, hand out candy or treats. Last year, Sanders, one of our fudge and candy shops, they were handing out all the rest of their inventory. It was a lot of fun. So that happens from 3 to 4:30 this year, and you really can't miss it right when you get off the ferry.
What a treat. Mackinac Island fudge being handed out for trick or treat. Oh my gosh.
Absolutely nothing better.
You might need to bring some of that downstate for some of us that can't make it that weekend. But for those that can make it, it sounds like it's going to be a fantastic time.
Yeah, it always is. And it's something that we get a lot of repeat visitors. Once people have experienced Halloween on Mackinac Island, they're like, this is amazing, because I try and tell friends and family, but people go all out for Halloween weekend on the island. It's one of the last weekends for a lot of our businesses, a lot of our hotels, a lot of our shops and stores. They really kind of close down after that. And so everyone goes all out, whether you're visiting as a guest or you're living here or you're a seasonal worker. Everyone kind of goes all out for this weekend, and it is just a really good time on the island.
Stephanie, you said that people come here and for the first time and they come back year after year. Isn't that kind of the norm on everything that goes on Mackinac Island? I mean, what a jewel we have here in the state to have a place like that. And I really feel bad that you have to do this every single day up there on Mackinac Island. It's got to be total drudgery.
I am so fortunate. I say that every single day of looking out the window. There's horse carriages going by. You can hear the cannon firing from the fort. There's cruise ships out on the Straits of Mackinac. And I'll look at my coworkers here and be like, where are we? This place is so magical. It's so beautiful. As you can see by the images and the videos of Mackinac Island. It's truly a gem for Michigan. And then, of course, getting to live here and promote it. It's such a unique place. And, beyond Halloween weekend, we're looking forward to the event and promoting that. But it's also just a wonderful time to visit the island. It's a lot slower pace as there's less crowds. It's a lot cooler temperatures, which some people really enjoy. And it's beautiful. The leaves are changing. The reds are starting to pop out. The trees going up Grand Hill are just incredible as you turn that corner. So it's a really special time to visit Mackinac Island. And you still get the horse-drawn carriage tours. You get to visit Fort Mackinac, our historical Revolutionary era fort. You can rent bicycles and hike and bike the 70 miles of trails. So on top of all the Halloween activities, you can experience Mackinac Island in the fall as well.
You and I did this show earlier this year, and it was a lilac festival, and everything was purple. And now everything is reds and yellows, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. I mean, it truly is a four-season destination. Even if you can't get across the ice, but there are ways to do that too.
There are. Winter's a whole different story. Yeah.
So let's peek into what happens after Halloween. I mean, you've got Thanksgiving coming up. You got Christmas. What other kind of activities can people look for beyond the Halloween weekend?
Yeah, absolutely. Mackinac Island really changes in the winter season. So starting kind of November 1st, we'll flip a switch and a lot of the stores and attractions will shut their front doors and start doing some renovations, some painting, and some planning for 2024. We're so historic, we're not set up for winter. So while we do get occasional visitors to the island, it really becomes, more so a locals place to be. And so we do have 500 year-round residents. We have a medical center and a police department and a school for preschool through 12th grade. So it really turns into kind of that tight-knit community, lots of different activities. And then looking forward to some of the different events on the island in the winter. We do have like a Thanksgiving turkey trot that is very much kind of a local thing, but sometimes there's a partnership between the folks who organize it and Mackinac Island Ferry Company, who stays open as long as they can. They sometimes have a partnership for getting folks over here. But that's a little turkey trot on the island. And then we have a Christmas bazaar weekend, which is a Christmas tree lighting that we also showcase live on our Facebook page at the Mackinac Island Tourism Bureau. But folks can come to that and experience, live raffles and live auctions and silent auctions and a community dinner and all of those good things that take place. That's at the beginning of December. For Christmas, there's no real activities that happen. It's more kind of locals again, with family and friends. And then New Year, there is a great turtle drop. So it's kind of like a ball drop, but instead of that, it's a turtle because Mackinac translates to place of the great turtle from the Native American ancestors. So it's really interesting and a lot of fun. But we have a winter page on our website, mackinacisland.org, that we definitely recommend people check out because, well, I can say it's a fun place to visit in the winter. It's completely different. No public restrooms, no carriages going by. It's a lot of like walking the street with no one around sort of thing. So we just want to make sure people are prepared for their visit in the wintertime.
It's a good idea. Well, Steph, thank you very much. Appreciate sharing everything that's going on there. Again, it's a tough job to be up on Mackinac Island. That's why we need to invite all these people downstate and even across the bridge on the Upper Peninsula to come check out Halloween weekend at Mackinac Island. Thanks, Steph.
Hey, thanks for having me today. Have a good day.
Wow, what a great event. Of course, it's just one of many great events that we have here in the state of Michigan. And coming up next, we're going to have another interesting conversation. And this one's near and dear to my heart. So don't go away. We're going to be talking about the VIP Marketplace in Flint, Michigan. Be right back.
My Michigan TV is streaming everywhere on Apple TV, Roku, Fire TV, and more smart TV apps. My Michigan TV is on your phone too. Take us with you wherever you go. Just search for My Michigan TV on your favorite app store or visit mymitv.com. All Michigan, streaming everywhere. My Michigan TV.
Welcome back to Michigan Fun, a weekly look at the top events across the state of Michigan. Our next guest is from the VIP Marketplace in Flint. And I'd like to welcome the president and CEO, Renee Sherwood.
Hi. Hi there.
Hi, Renee.
How are you?
So as I was closing the last section, I said that this is this next part is about an organization that's near and dear to my heart. You and I have worked together on a number of events. When I was running a speedway, you came over with your crew and helped us out. And you've got some great news that you want to share with everyone. I'm going to turn it over to you.
I appreciate that, Mike. Thank you very much for having Vocational Independence Program on today on your show. Just a little bit of history about us. We were actually established in 1954, almost 70 years ago. Next October 2024, we're going to be celebrating our 70th year in service to Genesee County. We are pleasantly located in Monday Township with a Flint address, but in Monday Township, it's a small township in Genesee County, and we've resided here for about 60 years. Recently, as Mike is explaining some really exciting news for us, we opened our VIP Marketplace. We had a grand opening with the local Chamber of Commerce here from the Flint Genesee Group, and on October 4th, and we celebrated the creation of our marketplace, which has been in plans for a year at least, basically, and it's a culmination of crafters, artisans, antique vendors, and individuals who actually own their own small business that we support. We work with individuals with disabilities and barriers to employment, and local small businesses who are looking to scale their business. We offer smaller spots for individuals to rent in our facility at a very low cost. If anybody's ever priced out retail, right now we're charging $2.50 a square foot. So that's really unheard of, because our belief and our process, our philosophy is that we want to look at inclusion as a way of expanding individuals' opportunities to be in the community, as well as the community be a part of us. So actually on site here in our space on 5069 Vance Lake in Flint, we have an art gallery, we have a food pantry. We work with the Knights of Columbus, a local council that helps individuals with household gifts or household items, excuse me. We also have a vocational training center where we prepare many of the things that are produced and sold in the marketplace. So I'm sitting here looking at the pictures that are going through, and I'm just getting overly excited because in a couple of weeks, we are having a very large trunk or treat event with some first responders, with some food trucks here, and we're just going to have a lot of kiddos running around here grabbing some treats from very generous donors that we've had in our community that are going to join us on that day to celebrate the weekend of October 28th with our opening of our VIP marketplace.
That's awesome, Renee. I love the fact that the relationship with the Flint and Genesee Chamber of Commerce and being kind of like an incubator for those
Yes.
budding entrepreneurs trying to get their product out into the marketplace. It sounds like it's the triple win, and I'm always for the triple win. There's got to be 3 wins in every situation. You definitely got it going on there, and then the trunk or treat with the first responders. God bless you and your organization. You guys do great work. As I said, you've been a partner for a lot of the events in Genesee County, also supporting. So you fit into this. It's behind the scenes type stuff that people don't realize that there's a lot of great things going on. I applaud you and your team for doing this.
Thank you, Mike. So we're really excited. Our marketplace is open for fall hours. We are open Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And again, we have a collection of small business owners who have different items, and it's holiday season, folks. So start shopping now. I read a statistic that 25% of people have all of their holiday shopping done by now. I'm not one of those. So, but we do have a lot of small business owners who have some really unique items in our on our property here. And again, we also have an art gallery. So we have an art gallery with a local art guild, and they have a gallery here that they also have artwork for sale too as well. So there's another opportunity for you to look for gifts and just unique and rare items that might be available at our shop.
You talk about holiday seasons and 25% of people have their Christmas shopping done. I've always believed that the best time to go shopping is around 6 o'clock in the evening on Christmas Eve, because that's the best way to do Christmas shopping.
Yeah, that would be you, Mike. No, I don't want to do that. So we don't want people to do that. So we need to start preparing now. So we need to get people out there now. So, but we are really excited. It's something that's very unique to Vocational Independence Program, being in business for 70 years, working with persons with disabilities and barriers to employment, helping individuals find career paths. We figured that, e-commerce and trade and retail, it's one of the industries that are very large in Genesee County. The service industry is a very large industry in Genesee County, as well as, we do have some, I was listening to the interview earlier, and we do have some attractions here. And one of those attractions right around the corner from us is the Miracle Field, the Miracle League, where individuals in Special Olympics are actually playing baseball and playing sports on the Miracle Field. That's right around the corner for us. So we partner with them as well to provide some landscaping services. So just really excited about this marketplace, excited about the opportunities that it's going to bring to our community, being a stop right along Vance Lake Road, working with the Economic Development Department in Bundy Township to be more in part of the community that we work, live, and play in.
Renee, that's awesome. You guys are doing great work here. Appreciate you being on today's show. For our audience, what's your website so they can learn more about VIP and the VIP marketplace?
Thank you, Mike. We can be found at www.viprogram.org.
Thanks, Renee. Appreciate you being with us.
Thank you very much, Mike, and I appreciate the time. Thank you.
Well, that wraps up that segment. It was another great segment, but don't go away, because we're going to have Mr. Scott Graham from the Brewers Guild, and we're going to be talking about the Detroit Fall Beer Festival. Don't go away.
Football is back, and this season, My Michigan TV is bringing you the Lions pregame and postgame fan show. Every Sunday, we'll be live at the Detroit Sports Bar and Grill for pregame and postgame to discuss the top plays, latest news, upcoming matchups, and more. We want to hear from you. During the show, join us live via Zoom and give us your take. Just go to lions.mymytv.com or stop by our studio in downtown Detroit for a chance to appear live on air. The My Michigan TV Lions pregame and postgame fan show, where your comments come first.
A fresh dash of fall really spices things up, elevating every moment amid the crimson, orange, and gold. Feel that rush of color, stopping only to savor every nuance and every note. Then kick it up a notch as the aromas of autumn fuel your inner fire. Add some spice to the season and let fresh bring the flavor in pure Michigan.
Keep it fresh at Michigan.org.
Welcome back to Michigan Fun, the show where we talk about the festivals, fairs, and events across the state of Michigan. And our next guest is from the Michigan Brewers Guild, Mr. Scott Graham, and we're going to talk about the Detroit Fall Beer Festival. You know, Scott, welcome to the show. Detroit Fall Beer Festival.
Thanks, Mike. Yeah, it's always fun to talk about beer, right? And fall's a great season for beer. And the highlight is the Michigan Brewers Guild Detroit Fall Beer Festival, which takes place this year on Saturday, October 28th, at the north end of the Eastern Market, the historic Eastern Market, right down in Detroit.
So how long does what time does it start and what time does it end?
Well, the festival opens, general admission is at 1 p.m. and it runs till 6 p.m. With a VIP hour for our enthusiast members beginning at noon. So if you're an enthusiast member, you get early access to purchase tickets and you get an early hour at the festival with it not quite as hectic and busy.
How many brewers are going to be present at this?
So we're going to have more than 100 local Michigan breweries and hundreds of fresh, tasty local beers. So it's more different beers than any one person can hope to try. We pour 3-ounce samples. It's all about tasting and trying different things and enjoying a good time with friends and camaraderie with other like-minded individuals.
Scott, the Brewers Guild has these events across the state. When you move them around, when you move the location around, do you highlight more of the brews that are in that geographic area? So if the Detroit Fall Brew Festival, will we see more of the Southeast Michigan brews?
Not necessarily. So the Michigan Brewers Guild is a nonprofit trade association, and our basic mission is to promote and protect Michigan breweries and the beer industry here in what we call the Great Beer State. So every time we have a festival, regardless of where it's located, it's open to all of our brewery members, which are located all throughout the state. So there will be breweries from Southeast Michigan, breweries from the UP, the Northern Lower, Southwest Michigan. One of the fun things about this location and this seasonality is that there will be plenty of Oktoberfest style beers and also some quite a number of fresh hop or wet hop or harvest ales that are only available in the fall season.
My mouth is watering. I think I'm going to have to make plans.
Yeah, so one of the great things about our beer festivals is that whether you're a seasoned local beer drinker or it's kind of new to you, this is a great venue for either one, because there will be breweries that you might not be able to get to geographically. Your favorite brewery might have something special that they're bringing out for the festival. But if you're kind of new to local beer or haven't experimented with it that much, there's so many different beers. There are lighter beers, darker beers, hoppy and bitter beers, sweeter beers, fruity beers, sour beers, all kinds of different things. And it's really fun to try. It's a great environment, good people watching. And one of the best things about our beer festivals, regardless of where they're located throughout the year, is the people that come. It's a welcoming, friendly group. Lots of friendships are made there, rekindled there, and rejoiced at our festivals. So the people are great. The beer is fresh and tasty, and it's a great way to celebrate fall or any season.
Scott, you touched on something that I agree with 110%. When you're talking about the connoisseurs of microbrew beer, it is a different demographic. It's kind of like going to an art gallery. You go there and you appreciate the art that someone put in and the effort they put into their craft, and it's a different environment. It's not it's not like the 21-year-olds that are going out just to see how many beers they can pound. And I'm not picking on the 21-year-olds, but I was one of those at one time. And you're not going to find Bud Light or Miller Lite at the beer festival. You're going to find something that is unique. Actually, you're going to find a whole lot of things that are unique, and it's the talent of the individuals that put this with this and brewed this and tasted it and said, okay, well, that one didn't work out well. I'm going to try it again and then they hit a home run. And that's, I love the industry. I think that I think that if I was going to look for a job that was better than the one I had, it'd be your job, because that right there is right up my alley.
Yeah, beer's a lot of fun, and it does attract a great group of people. And you're right. If you really want to enjoy and kind of analyze some beers, there are people who keep a notepad and keep track of what they're drinking. But it's also totally fine to just come and kind of sip around and enjoy the afternoon and not think that much about it.
Oh, I agree with you 110%, Scott. So if anybody is looking for any additional information on this event or on the Brewers Guild in general to find out what you guys are up to, where would they go to find out more information?
So our website is mibeer.com, and you can find tickets and information for our festival or any festival, as well as information in general about Michigan beer. That's mibeer.com.
Thanks, Scott. I appreciate it. It's always a pleasure talking to you. It's obviously one of the events that are near dear to my heart. I'm definitely a big fan of microbrew beer, especially Michigan microbrew beer, and my hat's off to you. I hope that you have a great success on this event. I'm sure you will. And thank you again for being on our show today.
Yeah, great to be with you, Mike. I really appreciate it. And cheers to everyone who's watching, and cheers to Michigan beer.
Thanks, Scott. Appreciate it. Well, that wraps up today's show. And I want to thank Stephanie from the Mackinac Island Tourist Bureau talking about the Halloween weekend. I want to thank Renee from the VIP, all the great things she's doing there in Flint, and to Scott Graham from the Brewers Guild. You want to find out any information on those events? Check us out at MichiganFun.com. I'd also like to thank our producer, Jared Clark, and the entire staff at My Michigan TV. To browse our full library of live and on-demand videos, go to MyTV. That's MyMITV.com. And with that, I look forward to seeing you back here again next week. We're going to have another great show, I promise. So get out there and have some fun.